I was a patient at a Seralta clinic operating under the name Superior Medical Solutions, or SMS, in August of 2008, seeking treatment for PE, or premature ejaculation. Here's a copy of their ad in Westward, the alternative weekly newspaper here in Denver. Initially, I called and spoke with receptionist Dawn Laranaga, who briefly described the clinic's standard course of treatment for PE, which involves using an applicator to apply medication to the penis, he described. I then went for my appointment and met with a doctor who, after determining that I had no other conflicting health problems, administered a free test injection of medication called prostaglandin using an auto-inject device seen here. The doctor indicated the medication was a vasodilator. In other words, it increases blood flow to a specific area, which allows the penis to maintain an erection after ejaculation, so that by continuing with intercourse, my penis would become more desensitized. The doctor did not discuss alternative treatments or other vasodilators, such as Viagra, which come in pill form and are much safer than injections, in my opinion. I was then handed off to receptionist/sales guy Dawn Laranaga, who gave me this price list seen here for the medication the doctor had prescribed. I'm a smart medical consumer, so I immediately asked for a written prescription, as is my right, at which point Dawn became combative and attempted to convince me receiving a written prescription was not possible, while very carefully choosing his words as to not actually breaking the law by refusing. Then Dawn, perhaps realizing few people have private fax machines at home, and wanting to use the stigma of sexual dysfunction to coerce me, said the doctor would be happy to fax his prescription to me. This conversation was the moment when I knew the clinic was a scam. To all the people watching this video, let me reiterate, it is your right as a consumer to ask for a written prescription and then shop around for an affordable pharmacy. I held my ground, and acting as if it were some terrible inconvenience for the doctor, Dawn finally produced this written prescription. Then, in a final attempt to convince me to buy their stupid overpriced packages, Dawn told me that I wouldn't be able to find the auto-inject device on my own, which is why it was conveniently included in their expensive packages. Of course, as soon as I got home, I Googled the name of the device they used and found them easily for sale online. Dawn, you flat out lied to me about finding the auto-inject device, and you also resisted my rights as a patient for a written prescription. This is what angered me the most and has led me to make this video. After my thoroughly unpleasant experience at Superior Medical Solutions, I sought out a second opinion from my trusted HMO family doctor, who told me that based on my health history, any normal vasodilator pill, such as Viagra, would have the same erection-maintaining effect as the expensive injection medication Superior Medical Solutions prescribed for some reason. My doctor added that jumping straight to an injection medication seemed like a drastic and unnecessary first step. In conclusion, I believe SMS overprescribed an exotic, expensive, and difficult-to-procure injection medication. Given SMS's resistance to issuing a written prescription, I believe the doctor's decision-making process is affected by his financial interest and not the interest of my own health. And most of all, I find it alarming that in my case, SMS's doctor failed to even discuss alternative vasodilator medications such as Viagra that are simpler, cheaper, and safer to administer because it wasn't in their financial interest. Lastly, I believe SMS resisted my rights as a patient for a written prescription, hoping I would purchase hundreds of dollars of medication from them.